Welcome everyone to Karmic Dynasty. Welcome. Right now, I am here, part two. Now, I'm not sure who's going to be on the panel with me tonight. Invites went out as requested. And we gonna see. Either way, this Karmic Dynasty, so I'm good. Right here, just me. I'm good right here, just me. All right. Now links are in the description below. Links to Chief Kalinago's original video. Link to part one, which I did last night with Shema Raet. She is the one who requested that I preview this Kalinago video, which I did. And again, other than what I shared last night, I've not seen it. My plan has been to come here otherwise and share my live real-time reaction. So we're going to get into that as well. Also in the link is I am streaming simultaneously to other platforms, and gratitude to Khepra, Ptah, and also to the Emperor of Karmic Dynasty, Abdiel Ben Levi El. Their links and acknowledgments are in the description. In part one, I made reference that Abdiel Ben Levi El is a guide in the process, in the not processing the knowledge of the how-tos, the beginning sets, whatever the is. Either way, he's a guide. His Cashapp's in the description too. So when you contact him, you already have where his donation is going. So prepare yourself, be ready to send over that donation. I also mentioned in a little, I had a heated moment, a little disgust moment. And I'm like, how did Kalinago even get this far? Did he not hear Ponder? Did he not hear the Minister of Information? So then I was thinking today and I was looking, I was like, some people don't even know what I'm talking about. Because y'all ain't know the Crumb TV generation, the master students. And I just made that generation stuff up last night, but y'all know what I'm saying. So what I decided to do was to bring forward some of the Minister of Information's presentation and also his contact information. So his YouTube channel is in the description below. This evening, I have put away my notes for the most part because I want to catch up first with some of my references and resources that I brought to everyone last night. So the Minister of Information is one. I have labeled him, and labels is trash, but you most time gonna see him on Crumb TV. To me, he's the subject matter expert over there. So for those of you who don't know what the SME is, in the thumbnail and in my title, SME is subject matter expert. So Ponder, Jacoby Ponder, you look him up that way because I typed in the Minister of Information just to get his image for the thumbnail and to get to his information because I'm not current on him. And I put in all types of men figures came up from around the world when I put in Minister of Information. So then I typed in Jacoby Ponder, and of course, Chef Jay Ponder came up with his lovely meals and things he comes up with in the kitchen to serve, and his couples classes. He has classes. He has all types of stuff. His events come up on Eventbrite, so check him out on Eventbrite. But and also I have featured Ponder in one of my men's expos back in the day when I was first starting. But I have, as I mentioned last night with Kalinago, I have no beef with him personally. I have never seen the man in the physical. I don't even think I've talked to him directly and heard his voice maybe once back in the day when I was doing Indigenous studies. Because to me, Kalinago is the subject matter expert over on Crumb TV when it comes to the Indigenous status. So I just have an issue with the incorrect information, and what he shared was incorrect so far. What I've seen in the video, we're gonna look at some more tonight. I also plan only be here an hour, so we're gonna roll this out. Everyone knows, as I said, everyone who knows me knows that my very first video, how I came on the scene, was busting up a lie on Crumb TV. Crumb invited me over. I busted up his lie on the Real Society and Tesla and Hitler, and that rolls on in the history. Is back there. And I received the handle busting up our lies from the Emperor Abdiel Ben Leviel himself. Peace to you, Emperor. Peace to you, Emperor Abdiel Ben Leviel. This is channel Tribe Up 777999. We streaming over there on YouTube, so y'all check him out. And I shared one of his videos last night as well. So you will see that video plus some other content when you go over to his channel. If you're here watching on Tribe Up 777999, welcome to Karmic Dynasty. We appreciate you watching what we share out over to the platform. Tribe Up 777999. Now back to another point of mine. So that's Ponder. I gave him his credits. And also, as I was going about my day and thinking, I was like, now one of my go-tos, because this is what made me put up my notes. Because most of my notes, I don't only take notes that's credible. They sound like they going somewhere. It relates to something I know, and I check them out. So Abdiel Ben Leviel is one. The Minister of Information is one. And Yusef. I talked last night about people in your own pace, write your own story. I meant that. That stuff is real. And I also made a point, and Yusef is my go-to reference for the point I made of when anyone dealing in this capacity of birth certificates, a certificate of live birth, you can group up with people if you want to. But y'all is not the complete study guide for each other. You're not. You need your own course, your own remedy, as Abdiel phrases it, your own remedy. Yusef has a university, SPC University, and it's self-study, self-paced. So y'all, I told you, don't throw no money and want to band-aid up your situation. You're going to get in there with Yusef, and he ain't going to do it for you. He gonna let you know what you're doing. You're gonna study. Hold on, there's too much blocking here. You're gonna study, and you're gonna know what you're doing. And if you don't, it ain't that he ain't gave you the reference and how to carry yourself on through your remedy. So Yusef, I have some content to share of his, and also his information, his links are in the description below. On Yusef's YouTube channel, he has 5 links. Now I couldn't get through them. I could only get to his website and his YouTube channel. So if y'all can get visuals on his other 5 links, celebrations and congratulations to you. I'm telling you, I couldn't get it, but they're there. So go check him out. Right now, Cody. Hey there, Cody. All right. Right now we're gonna get into this. I'm going to start with Yusef first, and we here. I appreciate y'all. You mute my mic.
Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3 from the camera. Okay. Right here. Okay. Check. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How's everybody doing tonight? Spread the word. I'm on. Let me get a mic check in the chat room real quick. Get a mic check. I'm good. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. What's up, everybody? As y'all see, I've been live streaming every night. I'm just trying to do this every night around the same time. Come on every night while I'm traveling. It's kind of easy to do overseas because, like right now it's almost like midnight or something like here. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here. So, so I know it's convenient for y'all. I'll be up my body haven't adjusted to the time, so it's still like 7 o'clock in my body. And I'm up, and y'all up, so it's a good time to do it live. All right, here's the thing. Here's what I want to talk about. Okay, today I'm going to launch an attack on this word sovereign citizen. This word sovereign citizen. And I want y'all to share this. One of the most underhanded things that I think that has been done by the anti-sovereigns is the coining of this phrase sovereign citizen. It's like when you read the case law and you understand what I'm about to show you, you're going to understand why that phrase is so insulting and why I call the people who use it communists, socialists, and Marxists. Because after the research that I've conducted, there are people behind this attack on sovereignty. It's a group of them. Y'all got to really understand that it's an organized effort. And one of the things that they really don't like that word sovereign. There's no such thing as a sovereign citizen. There's no word in any law book that I have found where in history where the American people were termed sovereign citizens. I've not found it anywhere. What I do find all over the place, especially pre-1900, is that we refer to as the sovereigns. So today we're going to look at a case. It is called Chisholm versus Georgia. I'm going to start by reading a white paper by an attorney who is also Jewish, happens to be Jewish, and his name is Randy E. Barnett. And he wrote a white paper. And I have uploaded it on my website on sbcuniversity.com. However, you don't have to go over there. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you. There's the link in the chat. I want y'all to click on that, and we're going to see what this man says, and then we're going to look at the case itself. Now, to give you some backstory, Chisholm versus Georgia is the first Supreme Court case in the United States of America. Attorneys are not taught this case in law school, which would explain a lot on how they think as it relates to the term sovereign. In their mind, popular sovereignty is referring to the federal government and the sovereignty they possess under their plenary power doctrine, under the delegated powers that they have under the Constitution. But these Supreme Court justices, they're going to explain it. Like, how can you have sovereignty? If you're going to have sovereignty, the people who gave you the sovereignty, they had to be sovereign. They're going to explain it to them. Now, this has gotten covered over. They don't want this first case to be out and for everybody to see it. So since they're going to put the spotlight on me, I might as well educate the entire nation and let people understand the deception that these people are doing, that they devils. Okay? So let's start. Let's look at this real quick. Let's go and look at it. I'm going to put the link one more time in the chat. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes to 100, man. Come on, let's get the likes to 100. It's 166 people in here. Let's get the likes to 100. All right, let's get it up. All right, where we at? We're at 82. Okay. All right. Hi, I'm new here. Nice to meet you. Looking forward to learning from your channel. Okay, I appreciate that, Fanta Kaba. Okay. I'm hoping so too. I hope you can garner something too. Make sure you click on the link. Make sure you click on the link. All right, let's look at this. All right, we had 100. Peace. All right, thank you. All right, hit the like button as you come in. Helps the analytics. All right, now, the people or the state. I just put the link in the chat. If you are late coming in, once again, y'all share the link with new people coming in the chat room so I don't have to keep doing it. Make sure y'all get the link to it. So this is by Randy E. Barnett. Now you can find Randy, if you YouTube his name, you'll see Randy E. Barnett. He's been kind of like a advocate strangely enough, for the sovereignty of the people. I assume he is, from what I can gather, which is very, very interesting. It was just very interesting to me. This individual was kind of like different, but he wrote a white paper on the Supreme Court case. Now we're going to look at the decision of Chisholm versus Georgia, but I think the introduction of this white paper will make a very good, preference. We're about to read, I think it's very good. It'll kind of feel that need. Let's look at this real quick. The people of the state, Chisholm versus Georgia, and popular sovereignty. Abstract. Now I want y'all to listen to this. This is why this is why when you go over there and you see all over the internet, these attorneys making these sovereign citizen failed videos. And they like to throw around this word sovereign bullshit and things like that. They just illiterates. The people who be in the comment section, who come on my webpage. This is just some of that sovereign.
Y'all, he fussing. Because people talking shit. I need y'all to get involved with y'all, because what y'all not going to do on my watch is watch some half-ass information and go the rest of the way unguided. All right? At all. Now, right here is Yusef Fail's website, SPC University. So definitely go check that out and stay in the know. And the website is spcuniversity.com. And on here, let's look at this a little bit. So we have the home page. Let me let y'all look at this without me in the way. So we got the About Us section. No, I don't play. No, I don't play. Playing with me. All right, About Us. Yusef, the founder, CEO, and master teacher at Secured Party Creditor University, has been imparting knowledge about business trust law and the secured party process to audiences nationwide for over a decade. In 2018, he introduced SPC University's online learning platform, which offers self-paced, I told y'all, self-paced courses, because this is about self. I don't see on here nowhere. Let me look at y'all. I don't see on here nowhere where he say group projects. Self-paced, not group-paced, self-paced. Good damn. Self-paced courses in common law, and provides access to weekly curated webinars. Weekly, but still self-paced. All right, y'all. SPC University stands as a top-tier educational platform, encouraging its members to think independently. I've seen this word is y'all playing. Don't play with me. Independently, to further encourage you all to self-study. Now, y'all can trade notes, like how we get ready for a test in school or anything, the boss coming. I'm gonna help you clean up your area because the boss coming. But you still responsible for that area. Get fired if you want to. Okay, y'all, quit playing. Thank you. To think independently and take private action. Private, keywords, private, self, independent. I know I told y'all last night. I told y'all, I got mine. I got this. This is what we talking about. Certificate of live birth. And we also talked about the who got them, who didn't have them from birth, who didn't, like me. Self-study, I told y'all, I can't tell you why I got mine. I didn't have this thing since 2018. Again, as Shema was on here last night, she didn't have hers since birth. She didn't have hers. I just had to get mine in 2018. Seriously. And really the reason probably has nothing to do with why any of y'all got y'all's or is looking for yours. Oh, it is highly unlikely that it's for the same purpose. I got mine though, but it's in private, so you ain't supposed to know. So I wasn't being stingy last night by not telling you my story. I wasn't being secretive, but this thing says private action. Independent and take private action. So how we gonna have group projects and all get together, like Kalinago said, and we working privately? Yep, don't listen to what everybody say. You need some help and guidance. The tools are out there for you. This ain't no we should all get together thing. Try to tell y'all, it's impossible. And I ain't saying it to be rude. I'm just here to bust up the lie. Let's move forward and look at some more Yusef before I get out here and look at some. All right, we gotta look at a few more people before we leave here. Additionally, Yusef serves as the host of high frequency radio and enlightening talk show dedicated to educating the public about privacy rights. There go that word in another form, privacy. The show has garnered an extensive audience with over 2 million listeners. How you gonna do something? How you gonna do something with how you gonna be wrong or in error and you got over 2 million listeners? I mean, come on now. Consistent. Now, next, we're gonna look at some of the Minister of Information right here from his channel, YouTube channel, and his YouTube channel right here is called Moorish Masonic Connection. The Minister, MOI. Subscribe. All right, y'all. Let me share this right. And I had to roll him back so y'all can hear some of his intro. I'm sharing their intro so y'all can get a feel for who they are, in part, how they work with their audience and how they approach their audience. So, because a lot of times our intro shares a lot about who we are before we even get into the presentation. So definitely we here. Y'all check him out. I'm muting my mic. If you didn't know, now you know. Yusef, check him out. And the Minister of Information, Jacoby Ponder. Muting my mic.
Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Because I had 12 Thursdays. I'm just gonna kick it on now, and then we'll pick it up from there. So, yeah. Peace and love, family.
I just emailed you. Emailed it to him? Yeah, his screen guard.
Comments, we're all in here. Jay Goodman, what's up, brother? Peace and love.
I talked to owner Tonji today. You know owner Tonji, right?
Nah.
The Black Madonna. He has an event.
Man, I've been trying to get in contact with the people for so long, man.
I was getting all
to do an event down there.
He answered about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
But I've known him for a while. I mean, I sent folks to him.
Yeah.
Papers. He ordered books for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Is host an event to try to Black Madonna, kind of like I was doing the HOC. Mm-hmm. I was going to House of Consciousness back. They had the little room, not the one in the corner, when they moved down to the spot they are now, and up in North.
Yeah.
Drea.
Abernathy, Ralph David Abernathy.
What's that?
Boulevard. That's where it's located.
Oh, the Trial of Black Madonna.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm talking about the House of Consciousness up in Norfolk, Virginia. Have you been there before?
No, I'm from the House of Consciousness,
Sonetta, New York. Now, the one in Virginia, on 38th Street. It's 38th parallel, the city, seriously. Mm-hmm. Black side of town. Always been that way. Right. Integration is coming now, or what they call it, gentrification, integration. But anyway, House of Conscience used to be on the corner down there. The whole 38th Street, all like this, always have been. They're on the corner, and they end up moving down the street to a little bigger spot. But the one on the corner, man, Dr. John Henry Clark, everybody been in there. What metaphysicists, Deborah Blair, everybody in there. You know, it's right there in Norfolk. So they end up moving down the street to a bigger location, but they had a little back room, probably about as big as this right here. And I first stepped to them and said, I would like to come down here on Sundays and teach. Like, what are you teaching? So I'm teaching everything. It's like, what do you mean everything? Because at that point in time, it was either your Hotep brothers or the Moors. It was schools, you know. I said, I want to teach everything. I said, well, then you need a little back room in the back. So I got the little back room in the back, small rooms, high as hell back there too. And I had 3 people come every Sunday for 3 or 4 months. I never promoted it on social media, none of that shit. And one day, because it wasn't for that purpose back then. It was on Instagram. It was just Facebook, I think. But I came one day, and it's like 15, 20 people in the front waiting or whatever, and Dre said, they waiting on you. They know me. The fuck? She's like, well, you come out to the big, I want to go to the big part, but I have no people. So now I got 15 people waiting on me. Now I got the stage, the mic, I got the whole thing now. Every Sunday after that, I had 45, 60 people in there every Sunday. Without, I never promoted it. I never promoted it.
Yeah.
But I taught them 3 people like I had 80 people in the room. 3 people.
And they grew.
Every Sunday, all I did was talk to people. And they
All right. So now y'all got a feel for the Minister of Information. So he's also a resource, a reference. And I know he has a Cashapp as well. So he definitely take donations, I do think, still. I don't know, again, I ain't talked to him, I ain't seen him, I ain't up on what he's doing. But y'all check him out. And be ready. Because so far, the men out of name don't play. Now, I do know, I'm aware of a lady, because I see all these men on here. Good. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm going to come on here next time and share some of this lady's work. And I mentioned addresses, domicile last night. Abiel mentioned in one of his videos, and she goes in on the domicile. You having an address. And Shema was on here speaking of, I know there's a loophole. There's a loophole. This situation is not as expansive and extensive as people want to make it and charge you a bunch of money. And one of them loopholes that I've found so far that I'm working with is the address, the domicile. So need y'all to tune in and tomorrow and check that out for sure. But y'all done heard, so I'm gonna ponder. I also mentioned last night about people messing up and end up in the behind some bars. So we definitely don't want that. But here go Yusef with scenarios, situations where you need to be aware of so you don't end up behind some bars. How about that?
I'm discombobulated, y'all. I'm not drunk. I'm not high. I'm just discombobulated a little bit today. I was trying to, I was messing with some different formats. Like I reformatted this video and put in overlays and backgrounds at the same time. I'm doing all kind of stuff. I'm experimenting and shit. I'm fucking up. But yeah. There we go. I got my background going, video going. Yeah. Just nice, you know. All right, so we got the sound. Okay, he's saying it's an echo. Oh Lord. Oh, there's no echo. All right, so we got the sound. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Look good. Look good. Okay, look good. How the format? Y'all like the format? I like the format. I'm trying to make it look, professional. Yeah, it look good. That look good. That's cool. Sure. Y'all tripping.
Wow, Yusef fell.
Y'all ready for me to get to it?
Yeah, get to
All right, let's get busy. Y'all ready to rumble? All right. This is a video I was looking at. I think this is going to be a good teaching tool. Let me see. I think this is going to be a good teaching tool to kind of demonstrate errors, and then how some of the tricks and traps. A lot of times when y'all go into court, and they'll just tell you, well, this don't work in court. One of the things, like I hear a lot of these attorneys say, oh, try that in court. I saw somebody get civil contempt, a contempt for that. Or try that in court and you're going to prison. They like to say that. But the thing about it is, we're not trying anything in court. We're just asking a question. I don't understand what they mean when they say, if I got a Sixth Amendment right to know the nature and cause, okay, it said nature and cause. What do you mean I'm trying something? Or are you saying that y'all don't follow the Constitution? Because that's what it sounds like a lot of times when I see the comments under these videos, when they say, well, you try that in court, you're going to go to jail or whatever. I'm going to try in court. I'm asking you a constitutional question and you threatening me with jail. It sounds like somebody's committing treason. That's what it sounds like to me. I can't understand it. I'm just asking you a question, man. You acting like I'm attacking you. I'm asking you a question. I got a video on TikTok, got almost 300,000 views, where it's just a clip of me saying this in court. And it's all kind of attorneys coming on talking about, you can't try that in court. I saw somebody try that in court. They got, usually they ain't gonna never show you nothing in public. And you can tell it must be something good because they come out like ants. They don't want y'all to know the truth. I'm seeing that more and more. However, we got a video review today. I'm going to review this video. I only kind of did a cursory overview of it. I haven't really looked at it thoroughly. So I'm a little bit prepared on some of the things, but, not totally. But I'm going to pause on some things and kind of show y'all some things along the way. And, hopefully, it's, hold on, let me see if I can add a couple of these in there too. Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay. That's what's up. That's what's happening. All right. All right. Okay, so are we ready to go? Okay, thank you, Wallace Shale, for the $9.99. I appreciate that, bro. Where we at on the likes? Let's get the likes up to 100. Let's get the likes up to 100 so we can start this thing. I know how this goes. The likes for the analytics. If you like my channel, I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the, comments, everything. I appreciate all the donations, everything, donations are good. Donations, that's the least you could do.
Okay. And does that mean you have a power of attorney?
Right here, let's see what's happening with this video. Doing a video review. Sovereign citizen fails in court. Okay, they say this judge obliterated this man in court. Let's do a real review of it and see what really happened. All right, let's get going.
All right. Well, I find that Matthew Neil Aldridge has failed to appear in personally in this court for the plea day on his case, which was set for trial. All right. Good morning. We're going to go through the docket as quickly as we can so that we can start on the jail docket. 2021 CR 19158, State versus Matthew Aldridge. Are you Matthew Aldridge? Are you Matthew Aldridge?
I'm the attorney of fact for Matthew Aldridge.
You were what?
The attorney of fact.
Attorney what?
Fact.
Attorney of fact. And what does that mean?
His authorization to do legal.
Are you a licensed attorney?
No, I'm simply a attorney of fact.
Okay. And does that mean you have a power of attorney? What is your name? What is your name?
My name?
Yes, sir.
I don't have.
You don't have a name? Pardon?
Name, I'm the attorney of fact for the respondent mayor.
Well, let me explain to you. Only an attorney at law can stand in court and represent a criminal defendant. And to do so otherwise violates the criminal law statute. And what does that mean?
His authorization to do legal.
Are you a licensed attorney?
No, I'm simply an attorney of fact.
Okay. And does that mean you have a power of attorney? What is your name? What is your name?
My name?
Things that they have in Louisiana is called an affidavit of denial of corporate existence. Okay, I would suggest that people start putting that in the case. Just Google Louisiana affidavit of denial of corporate existence. They got one with Don Quixote's abatement at common law. There's one in there if you want, and just, you know, just print it up and stop going into court afraid to answer to the name. That way you already had on the record an affidavit attesting to the fact that you're denying the corporate existence of a legal entity, of which they would have to, you know, come back and put in a counter affidavit asserting that a legal entity does exist. And we do know that silence is acquiescence. I think people, what you need to do to become good at this is you have to learn ways not to alert the public, not to put something on public display, because they're always 100% of the time going to make you look stupid or try to make you look stupid. Now, he's saying that he's the attorney in fact. Now, also, in One Man Out and other documents, they actually have a power of attorney for the straw man. That is part of some people's actual status correction, is to include a power of attorney for the straw man. So you can put so you can put that on record as well. And then that way you could have said, yeah, I have a power of attorney. But the conundrum or the hurdle that you're going to have to get over is, first of all, in the public, they do not recognize the fact that you and the all caps name are two distinct entities. They're going to always challenge you on that, which that's really not the issue. When you do a secure party process in your paperwork, you've already told the government that you are going to accept all the liability associated with the straw man. So there's no need to get into an argument with them. Additionally, as the straw man is a 14th Amendment citizen, not you. Not you. A lot of Moors, they say, you know, you're trying to say I ain't never said that you're a 14th Amendment citizen, because everything in the public is an artificial person. The straw man is a 14th Amendment citizen, y'all caps name. And a part of the contract of a 14th Amendment citizen is you cannot question the public debt.
All right, I'm gonna leave that right there. Y'all need to go finish check that out. Interesting. Now I know in Kalinago's video, we're gonna get to that. Like about 20 minutes, we're gonna get a little bit of that in. He did mention about looking crazy when you go and handle your business out in public. And it happens, you know, and an example of that, you can go over to Abiel's channel. If you're viewing from there right now, go to the channel, the main page, look at the videos. And Abiel has shared some of the moments when the police or the clerks wanted to paint him as crazy or some other unstable type phrases or labels. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. But yeah, he legit to me, cause I've been on here busting his ass up, talking shit about him. Yusef, he's legit, period, to me. But disclaimer, what they called it, shade. There's been some people on Karmic Dynasty that I thought was legit and wasn't. So go over and check out Yusef for yourself. Love y'all, love y'all. But yeah, they gonna paint you crazy. They gonna throw every obstacle they can at you. Because like Yusef said, and we know it's a lot they don't want us to know. That's why they got it in all the books. They don't want us to know. What's up, BFF? What's up with you? Kai. I'm BFF Kyle. I'm BFF Kyle. Yeah. I'm gonna share the
1865,
minister.
slavery supposedly was free.
On that note, I'm gonna share the minister of information as he breaks down law and civics, Negroes, blacks, and colored people. As always, he would advise you, ask you to get your pen and paper and be prepared to further study on your own. Let's go. Thank you, Kai. I got it from you. You know, you are my light in the manners, ma'am. Light in the manners. But yeah, I've listened back to this. You're welcome. I've listened to Yusef for years, and I know other people that listen to him. He's a great guy, great guidance. Definitely, I need y'all to go ahead and listen to the Minister of Information right here for me.
1865, slavery supposedly was free. Nope. You were emancipated. Emancipate means transfer of property. You were transferred as property. This is what the 13th, 14th Amendment mean. Emancipate literally means transfer of property. Transfer from the plantation to the state. Now you become state's property. Now you're state property. You don't believe me? Look at your driver's license. A lot of you have driver's license. Your driver's license have a member number, which belong to the state. More importantly, your birth certificate, Cert, the first three numbers of your SSN matches the state you're born in. If you're from Georgia, more than likely it begins with 258. More than likely. Each state has these numbers to identify your status of property to the state. Emancipation, transfer of property. You went from the plantation to the state, making you state property. The certificate, look up what a cert is. A certificate is certificate, birth certificate with a social security number, links to the state. I'm from Georgia. My first three is 258. Most people from Georgia begins 258. Now, back over here. We're going to go back this way. We're going to go backwards through history. This is my timeline. Let's put time right here. All right. My children are doing a Zoom learning class right now. This is an adult history Zoom class. Welcome. This is my timeline right here, right? I'm going to erase all this in a second. So if you're just tuning in, I'm going to re-explain this whole process. I know it's kind of quick, but that's how the shit goes. 1576, and we can go beyond that as well. We're talking about the indigenous versus native versus aboriginal, Indians, Africans, slavery, all that hogwash, right? 1865, 13th, 14th Amendment. Why is this date important? Because this is the supposed end of the Civil War. Civil War brings a whole nother conversation on, right? The Civil War also created what we call income tax. Because of the Civil War. We put Civ War right here. The Civil War introduced income tax, but that's another subject. 65, 13th, 14th Amendment to the Constitution now creates artificial people, better known as Black, African American, Negroes, colored, etc. These Black people, African Americans, Negroes, colored, etc. are filed as corporate ward status. They're not in their proper person. So if you're not in your proper person, once you go to court, they look at the status of the person. And if they're not in proper person, if you're not in your proper person in court, typically oh shit, I'm writing like this. Hold on, y'all. A procurator, it is Latin. A procurator or a prosecutor deals with the person not in proper person. If you're not in your proper person, a procurator deals with you. The court have to establish jurisdiction over the person. The court realized they do have jurisdiction over the person. You have jurisdiction over the person, then you have jurisdiction over the matter. What does this mean? What does jurisdiction over the person, jurisdiction over the matter? Let's take Breonna Taylor for a second. Breonna Taylor, we're all upset that we feel like Breonna Taylor didn't receive proper justice. Well, hindsight, what was Miss Taylor's status? And yes, this is true. You can get upset, get all emotional, but when it comes to dealing with court, and this is just the surface of the shit. I'm giving y'all a quick crash course on it. You know what I mean? But what was the status of Miss Taylor? The court first had to understand if they had jurisdiction over the person, which I'm probably sure the sister identified as Negro, Black, and colored. So they had jurisdiction over the person, jurisdiction over the matter. That means the local city police or county sheriff have jurisdiction over the matter. Probably the police.
All right. What is it? Speaking of Noble Drew Ali, from my time in because I go through the schools of thought, Moorish Science Temple of America. What is it? Negroes, coloreds, blacks, Ethiopians. Definitely. Y'all need to work on that. Peace be upon the honorable Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I gave enough information to save a nation, but you must save yourself first. After that, then we can form tribes. I know that's right. So tribe up. You must save yourself first. I've been talking on self-study. Y'all done seen Yusef got self-study, independent, self-paced, and much more privacy, private words like that on his website. And again, as I mentioned last night, there is no way I'm going to be able to walk any one of you through the complete process. Connor just talked 5 minutes, and we all cannot. And he gave a wealth of information in that 5 minutes. And then on top of that, of course, he said, I'm just touching the surface. It's the surface, y'all. You cannot watch 1, 2, or 3 broadcasts and be set for life. You can't. When y'all touch into this paperwork, you better get ready to sit your ass down somewhere for a few moments and more. You better get ready. Subject matter jurisdiction. I see Abdiel over there warming up. Come on now. Self first. That's the only thing. And yourself is the self, period. Self is first and always across the board. Because what's the first law of nature? Self. Preservation. Self. So this ain't no group party. Ain't no after party. The after party is us tribing up. But if you can't be a part of no tribe and you ain't got yourself right, black man, black woman, colored man, colored woman. Moving forward, on that note, Get your ass on a log, library.
Peace, guys. I'm going to walk y'all through how I research information. That's for all the haters out there and everything.
Yeah, Yusef failed. Yusef failed.
I don't know what I'm talking about, or some type of fraud or something. We're going to take care of that today. A lot of people will always hear me talk about American jurisprudence. This is where you get your foundation of your education when you're dealing with law and everything. These are the books right here. These are called legal encyclopedias. Right here you have Corpus Juris Secundum also. These are like your, these are like an encyclopedia Britannicas of law. You have two different volumes. You have, right here, you have trust, like right here, look at this. We have trust right here. We have over here, you have suretyship, trespass, trial, probation, products, private franchise contracts, post office, pleading. Look at that. We have pleadings on there. So anything, basically, any subject in law that you want to learn, this is the first place that I go. Now, let me show you a little something why I do this. Let's take, for instance, let's say business trust, which is, let's see, right. Bills and notes is good as too, but I think it would be not good in bills and notes. Yeah. Okay, now you can look in here. Now, you can go on American jurisprudence, and I teach business trust on my show. But right here, you have creation, organization, and duration of a business trust. You'll see that right in there, okay? Now, when you look at it and you read in here, you can read all this. You see these little numbers at the end of every sentence? Well, right here, that directs you down here, and you can get the citation of authority that goes with it, and you can pull the case, and it'll support each one of these sentences in a American jurisprudence is a citation of authority. The genius of it is they've taken sentences out of cases and put them together and made paragraphs out of them. This is what's beautiful about them. I mean, this is your secret of how somebody can tell you something, you can go in here, and this is where you begin your research right here. You want to start something on any subject. Sometimes you hear me talking about litigation. They got common law. They have, I think sometimes you hear me talking about, like I talked about a novation. You know what I'm talking about? Hear me talking about that on the air sometimes. And then down here, you have municipal corporations. There's municipal corporations. I was in here the other day studying about municipal corporations. This is where I found out about the injunctions and everything out of this book right here. This is real good, but these are your basic books, okay? Now, let me take you out and show you. Now, this is the big secret that a lot of the guys probably don't want you to know about. These are American jurisprudence pleadings and practice forms. For whatever that you want to know, you can come in here, and it has the form for you to file in court. Show you how to put it together. Let's see. Let's see if we got executives and administrative executions, criminal debts and obligations. You see, it has all the affidavits. It tells you how, on anything like this, the bond of claimant, the secure repayment of the state, it has how to put together the bonds. If you have some type of complaint that you want to put together or something like your affidavits to set aside funds for payment, anything on any subject that was over there where we were just reading about the American jurisprudence, it's over here. You don't have to go to a Google or anything. Let's say like you have a foreclosure case. You need to file a complaint because somebody foreclosed on your house or you're in the lawful. Well, they have a generic form for a complaint that is in these pleading and practice forms. This is a big secret. These books right here are not in here.
Hold up, let me remove my logo. He said, message, take your ass to the law library. You heard it. You read it, you heard me. Quit playing, people. Take your ass to the library. Law library. It don't say how your friend go pay that guy on the internet is charging you $10,000. That message say take your ass to the law library. I suggest y'all pack y'all lunch, because when you get there, you better be prepared to get comfortable. Make it worth your time, because as the emperor done looked at what he telling you, them books are $26K plus. But they got us in school reading Cat in the Hat. Cat in the Hat, like back in the day, my day, $2.60. They will charge out $26. Go read a Cat in the Hat. You better upgrade your ass and go get to that law library and read them valuable books. Because then y'all ain't gonna buy them. You better go down there where they free and go look at them. Nah, y'all want to watch reels on Facebook and that shit on TikTok and Instagram all day and read the goddamn half-ass read the goddamn pamphlets and instructional guides that come with them game systems. And y'all want to half-ass read them manuals that come with your new cell phones and laptops. Shit, you looking to hurry and upload every goddamn app you can read through the app store. You can read them fake misleading ass titles on these goddamn YouTube channels about birth certificates. They get you nowhere. Take your ass to the law library. Period. Now, before I leave, as promised, we're gonna look at some more of what got us here today.
I keep telling y'all, this book ain't got nothing to do with no
video.
Sky Daddy, man. Governments wrote that book, okay? Religious people that created governments, or vice versa, government people that created religions wrote that book. And everything in there is their prophecy. It has nothing to do with a Sky Daddy. But y'all gonna learn though. I hope it won't be too late for some of y'all. Okay, so this is the certificate of live birth. Okay, it's different from the birth certificate. It has all type of questions. I mean, I think it has about 50 questions. Okay, and then you just get a little birth certificate with mother, father. But trust me, all the information of the living baby is actually, including your soul, is actually recorded on that certificate of live birth. You feel me? All right. This is a standard U.S. certificate of live birth. Though each state usually has their own, the form is filled out upon birth and sent to the state. Okay? But because of the mother's ignorance, mothers are selling their children into slavery and they don't know because they are the informants. So to all y'all women out there, that's the injustice you did to your children. You just don't know because you perish for the lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6, you don't know who you are. You haven't studied to show yourself approved. That's what Chief Kalinago is here for. I came to teach you, uplift you.
All right, okay. Woo, let me hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me cool off. Did he say y'all women? Let's roll this back factually. Now, from what I saw and heard yesterday, and with the example he just gave you, he mentioned how on here, and mine says it, the mother and father is on here. The mother and father's on the application. The mother and father. This is my mama and my daddy on here. You know, there's a space for the daddy. While he talking about Sky Daddy. Look, right now I'm about to have some beef with Kalinago because he talking crazy in the beginning of this video. In the beginning, yesterday in part 1, Kalinago referenced his intent to free the people, to bring the knowledge. You cannot. And then since got sharing all these fake ass documents that fully support that this has no meaning, whether they want to say it directly or indirectly, and now he's going to attack the woman. How the heck? The math, we're going back on this goddamn math. The math don't add up. Okay. Math says there is 2 lines for each parent total. One for the mother and one for the dad. Where my daddy name at? Right here. There is 2 lines right here. The mama line mama's line is first on my birth certificate. But hey, that's another topic. Like Ponder said on income tax, that's another topic. We ain't gonna talk about why the mother on top. But the math say this ain't the woman's fault. I'm gonna run that back. I'm gonna listen to this man one more time. The woman. Let me roll this back right now.
Down all these things, give you the hospital first. Declaration, you could do that with mother, father, but trust me, all the information of the living baby to teach you, uplift you, so we could stand to save our children, so we don't sell our children into bondage. But a lot of you get into your emotions and your egos because you and the father don't work out. You want to take him to child support and all type of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not a certificate. It has all type of questions. I mean, I think it has about 50 questions. Okay? And then you just get a little birth certificate with mother, father. But trust me, all the information of the living baby is actually, including your soul, is actually recorded on that certificate of live birth. You feel me? All right. This is a standard U.S. certificate of live birth. Though each state usually has their own, the form is filled out upon birth and sent to the state. Okay? But because of the mother's ignorance, mothers are selling their children into slavery and they don't know because they are the informants. So to all y'all women out there, that's the injustice you did to your children. You just don't know because you perished for the lack of knowledge. Hosea 4.
Okay, and just like in the church, when they say some bullshit, they want to follow with a goddamn Bible verse like that validates what the fuck he just said. Nah, nigga, it don't. Now at this point, I got beef with Kalinago. The hell is you talking about? So at this point, besides the fact that he ain't shown no evidence of what he talking about, he even know is real. He also is reading from a goddamn website that apparently is erroneous, and he don't got enough to realize the document he reading, which I shared in part 1 last night, is wrong. Now, we also know he didn't do too well in math at school. And he apparently contradicts himself. He's confused. There is confusion, which I probably sensed and picked up, which is why I couldn't watch the video in its entirety. When the person who contacted me asked me to check this video out, and she was here last night, her own word, she asked me to look at it. And I told her, I can't watch this. This is so jacked up feeling. I'm going to have to go live and do this because as I pick this up, I got to share the reaction so people know, and the sooner the better. Let's get this correction out there. You serious, Kalinago? Your math, you just said the mother and father. That's 2. That's 2. But when it comes to the child being put into slavery, you only gave fault, blame. You only extended accountability to one person. No, I'm not even going to address the person you're talking about. I'm just going to address your math is off. Somebody who can't hear their own math cannot do shit with my paper. Give me my goddamn passport application back. Give me, nigga, you can't touch shit of mine. You can't touch birth. He ain't even got his own certificate of live birth. If y'all didn't catch it, part 1, I'm gonna tell you now, New York ain't even trying to get nobody. Jersey ain't even trying to get no. then that means he ain't got shit. So how he gonna talk about it? All right. Now, I knew something was coming. I just feel it. So now that I got that out the way, let's go ahead a little bit more, see what he want to say next. I don't even how I want to do this. Let's roll like this. All right, let's listen to this.
6, you don't know who you are. You haven't studied to show yourself approved. That's what Chief Kalinago is here for. I came to teach you, uplift you, so we could stand to save our children, so we don't sell our children into bondage. But a lot of you get into your emotions and your egos because you and the father don't work out. You want to take him to child support and all time.
Okay. He must be talking to a specific set of women that he's attacking right now. And I'm offended for the women he's attacking. Now, telling my own story, whether you picked it up or not, I'm going to expound upon my story. I had to go get mine, which means my mom and daddy on here, I became a slave. Went from an unofficial document to an official document. It also says, if I'm up here talking to y'all, telling y'all I just got this in 2018. And we know, who know me, I have 5 children. So that means my 5 children was born into a slave system. My mama and daddy on here, there was no child support matter. My 5 children, none of them born into slavery because of child support or I was in my emotions. It's what was given to me and is what I knew. Now, again, Kalinago's talking to a certain set of women. I don't know what y'all women, what y'all in y'all feelings right now, because he talking about y'all. He ain't even talking about me. And I'm in my feelings. Now, I may be in my feelings because he don't know how to add 1 + 1 is 5. And he's contradicting himself. So it ain't even I gotta bust up his lie. If you listen and you watching him, he busting up his own lie. For one, by contradicting himself. And the fact that he ain't got his shit on point, he want to go attack some women. But the equation holds two placeholders in this equation. He only want to attack one person. Now, I don't know where he going next with all this. And I said I was only going to be here an hour. But we rolling. We roll. Time. What's time? What's time? What's time? What's time? Who said what is time?
Type of stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you ain't got to do what you got to do, but you have already sold your baby into slavery. You committed the biggest sin, one of the biggest sins, selling your children into slavery.
Okay, one of the biggest sins. Who's writing the religious books now? Did he just rewrite the Bible somewhere? In the 10 Commandments, was the 10 Commandments, and are we even using 10 Commandments as a standard of law and sin? We are on the fact that he mentioned the Bible, Sarah and Hagar. The biggest sin now, he casting judgment on these women. But he talking about uplifting and freedom and how? How? How did you come up with that mathematical equation solution? Very carefully, you got it wrong. You're wrong. The fuck is the biggest sin? Sit your ass down. God damn, you told that goddamn lie. Stop thinking, sure.
By getting that birth certificate. The certificate of live birth was all that's yours to keep, and they're not supposed to take that. They're not supposed to take the soul of your children. You feel me? As indigenous people, we have a right to create our own. If we want to give a record, then we could put it in the Bible. You feel me? But y'all are selling your children into slavery. Okay? And you do it voluntarily and involuntarily, knowingly and unknowingly. Now you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to get these children and give them to this corporation, this plantation as slaves? Trust me. Now you know, and you're still going to do that. I promise you, your rewards won't be great with the ancestors when you meet them. I promise you.
Did I hear a threat? Is he trying to tell people what their ancestors is gonna give them? Like, where is this guy's cross jurisdiction at? Like, you have, as you said, first he's rewriting and making claim and in position to the ultimate sin. And now he's casting down to you what your ancestors gonna give you. I really honestly think at this point, he should only be focused on his own ancestors. Because I know at least one of them know about some goddamn math. His ass here. It take at least 2 people to get your ass here. In a full form. In a full form. This guy.
Okay? All right.
No, it's not okay.
Let us proceed. A certificate of live birth includes the following information. And this is not just people of color. That is, everyone with a birth certificate is a slave. Okay? You're a bond slave. Bond, as in B-O-N-D. You feel me? Children of Hagar. This is what's on the certificate of live birth. The baby's name, the parent's name, doctor's name. Let me ask you a question. The hospital name, the sex, the race, the date of birth, the name of the person completing the record. I mean, they have 50 questions. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you see any of that on the birth certificate? Do you see the doctor's name? Do you see, pardon me, do you see any of those things? No, because it's a complete different form. This is not a living baby. All they need is just the capstone, the capital letters. So we are the walking dead, unless you have resurrected. And the resurrection comes from you knowing who you are, that you are the Christ, and you have to claim to be the Christ. So therefore, you have to denounce Jesus that died and become the Christ. Keep telling y'all, man, I'm going to give y'all the work. But the question is, do you want the work? Okay? Now, the birth certificate. A birth certificate is different from a certificate of live birth or birth record. The main difference between the birth record versus the birth certificate is the official status.
Okay, first of all, I'm about to mute him for a little bit. But I'm muting the video because this is like the 3rd time he done read what a birth certificate is, what a certificate of live birth is, what the difference of the two is. As I said yesterday, when it comes to story problems, and this is a story problem, when you take out the Bible verses, when you take out this false ass document he's reading, and then when you take out the fact that he's repeated it 2 or 3 times, and then what do he have left? So yesterday, I was sure he had a little bit left. Today, he has less than that left because he's also attacking people in the process. What are you talking about? Let me see what you're talking about.
Died.
Because he ain't reading.
You don't want to become the living because you think that's you. So you don't want life. You don't want eternal life. That's not what you want. You see what I'm saying? Because you want you want the privileges of being dead. You feel me? Dead people have privileges. Why you think when they have funerals, people are always following the dead? They have privileges. I don't follow dead people. I don't go to funerals following dead people. No, meet me at the, if I'm going to pay my respect, you're going to meet me there. I'm the living man. I ain't following no damn hearse. You feel me? Y'all going to learn. Let us continue. The main difference between the birth record versus the birth certificate is the official statuses of that. So it's all about status. You got to correct your status from Jesus to becoming Jesus the Christ, or from Yeshua to Yeshua the Christ. It's all allegory. These people did not exist for real. They're telling you the story, which is your story, and exactly what you got to do. You feel me? They have to give you a way out. The birth certificate is granted and issued to the family of the newborn after the vital records office has processed the certificate of live birth. So the process that they're going through is the crucifixion. Okay? Crucifying the Christ, but you can't crucify the Christ. So that certificate of live birth is always a record of a living baby. You feel me? However, they could crucify the flesh, which is Jesus. And therefore, Jesus had a capstone. But Jesus resurrected in 3 days and the capstone was moved. So you have to remove the capstone by claiming your status as who you truly are as the Christ, equivalent, the original indigenous people of this land. Man. Woo. Now, I mean, it's easy to get a passport, Sister Angel, or Brother Angel. I'm not sure if you're male or female, so I apologize. So Angel Plains. Okay. To get a passport, all you need is your birth certificate and an ID. I mean, honestly, that's all you need. All right. But I want to teach my people, we got to come together and we could have our own.
Okay, for those of you who did not hear and see me last night, that's a lie. You can obtain your passport with a certificate of live birth. Abdiel Ben Leviel is here as my witness to that is true, a fact, and all that other stuff. However you want to look at it, it's real. Also, right quick, did y'all see where he advised y'all to look in Google Scholar and look in Google Scholar? They can thank me those books. Okay. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know this guy right here though. My nerves.
As the origines or aboriginals, American Indians, whatever term we decide we want to use, we have a right to create our own. You feel me? Okay, well, Sister Angel, thank you. You feel me? All you need to get a passport is your birth certificate and an ID. That's it. That's all you need. Okay? It's not complicated. All right? So once the birth certificate is processed from the information that was processed through the certificate of live birth, they give you your death. The police officer do when he pull you over. He wants to know if you know that you are dead. What is your name? Let me see your ID. You go to court. What is your name? They want you to answer to that dead name. They want you to answer to being the Christ. I mean, not the Christ, to be Jesus, the flesh man. Then they'll know you haven't been resurrected, okay, into being the Christ. They know that. You see, it's a game that they play. They know. All this stuff that's happening is just repeating itself on a different system. This, once again, this has nothing to do with a sky daddy. No, it's all about you and me. Heaven, the kingdom of heaven is within. Okay? The kingdom of heaven is within. So if the kingdom of heaven is within, where is God at? God is within you. Who's God? The I am in you, because you are not the flesh. The flesh is symbolic for Jesus. The flesh must die so that the Christ could be resurrected. You feel me? But the second coming of Christ doesn't necessarily mean the flesh have to die. It's all mental. It's all mental. You feel me? You have to resurrect in your mind. Study to show thyself approved. Renew your mind. You feel me? Let's read. A copy of the birth certificate is sent to the newborn's family. Say, hey, you know what? Here's your certificate of death. But y'all think it's a birth certificate, huh? They trick y'all. The birth certificate is an important document for the family to keep records of, because it directly links and cannot be as used as such. So therefore, the birth certificate is not on legal documents. In woman, Hagar. Oh my goodness, man. Woo, chief. Will my people learn? I keep telling y'all, man, I was sent to tell these people, let my people go, but all I could do is teach you the information.
Okay. So he don't win solo screen. So at this point, I think he about to okay. I told stop immediately. No, I had to stop immediately. That looked like a good stopping point. I got to go. This dude, I am working on not having a headache because I am, as he's talking, in my mind is the processes that's slamming against what the fuck he's saying. It's real over here. It's real over here. Damn it. He talking about woo. No, woo you, nigga. Woo you. Because you is everywhere. It's not legal. It's lawful. This guy, as I said yesterday, what passport is we talking about? When them people was at us, the second person doing this live, and his live is right now about in the 32 minute mark. Two people then asked him, how do you get a birth certificate, the passport? He gave them the same answer. Well, the answer he gave them is no different than what the application tells you. He ain't told them that the point that they're asking him means that they're looking for something different than this. So what they're asking him, I'm thinking, I'm making this up right now. I'm thinking they're like, okay, so I get my certificate of live birth and I'm on the unofficial path again of the living, then I don't yet have me a passport and I want to travel. So how do I get it with these documents you up here speaking on? Because I want to be Sarah. I don't want to be Hagar. I want to be a slave. So how do I get this and not be a slave and be unofficial, but still give me, I still want to travel? They looking for the answer, dude. And the answer ain't what you told them. That's what this gives them that answer. So he ain't even picking up what the people was asking him because he ain't on the level. When you doing a presentation, and a presentation is any time you show yourself to the public. I don't care if you walk out the door, that's a presentation. Somebody asks you a question, why do you know your shoes untied? Well, they come tied from the manufacturer, and they're tied when I got them off the shelf. That's not, they're implying tie your goddamn shoe, nigga. And the people asking you, how do you get a passport? And you're telling them to get this. They're asking you, how do I get this after I get this? I gotta go. I done ate as many pecans as I'm gonna eat. My apple's gone, and my drink, I'm gonna need it because I've been talking for a minute. Birth certificate and state ID per Chief Kalinago. That's what you gonna add to your passport application. I gotta go. I done had enough. One more thing I want to share before we leave. Somebody turned me on to this, and I would like for y'all to check it out.
You've got to groove on freedom like the good.
Up for you. Today is Sunday, February 18th, 2024. This is show number 283 of What on Earth is Happening. And as always, What on Earth is Happening is a show of cumulative information that has prerequisites in knowledge in the earlier episodes. So if you are a new viewer or listener to the show, you should not be watching it from the later episodes. You should instead go back to podcast number 1 and listen and watch in order at your own pace from show number 1 without skipping around with people. Seminar, and I go on hiatus for the live show during that time period. Slavery, always.
All issues that affect the freedom of the people of Earth. What on earth is happening will endeavor to shine light upon the darkness of our world and to offer empowering solutions to the problems we face as humanity approaches its critical moment of choice. And now, here is your host, Mark Passio.
All right, so I just wanted y'all to hear, since it ain't about skin color, hear from another source. Definitely it's a platform that I've been introduced to about a week or two ago. I was just now tuning in today, and the intro, because we're speaking on slavery today, the intro caught me. I definitely was impressed upon. So when I have a moment, I will check out the video. According to him, that last part was the part that I wanted to play, but in the first part, you got to see the host and hear from him a little bit. And as he said, don't jump in. It's a process. Don't jump in on video 200, something. Take your ass back to episode 1, because this is an ongoing series that he builds upon and upon. So that came to me last minute. I don't think that's in my description below, but check it out. I did go in and out of that YouTube channel, so you can see the name of the YouTube channel and know what it is when you get there, what you're looking at. So not just what I wanted to show you, but I definitely feel that there's some information in there that's going to be useful to some people. So as always, self-study. Don't pay no attention to what I said. I'm just sharing my perspective. I'm just sharing some references today. And today, per my thumbnail, the SMEs, subject matter experts on the certificate of live birth that I wanted to bring focus to today is the Minister of Information, MOI, and also Yusef. So I gave y'all the information. Y'all go check them out. The links and everything's in the description below. And definitely to the Emperor of Karmic Dynasty, definitely the SME around here, Abiel Ben Levy L, subject matter expert on the platform, Karmic Dynasty. Y'all check him out. His information's in the description as well. And speaking of, I got things to do. I got things to do. So as always, I love you all. Y'all is meaning so much to me. And I definitely will be here tomorrow night with a part 3. And we have a half hour into this Kalinago video. It's like an hour and 39 minutes or so. So it looks like on average, I'm able to cover a half hour a night. So it's probably gonna make a part 4. Now, at any point, share this video out, of course. I'm not one of them share, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Do what you will. Do as thou wilt. My information is here. So, and this is public. I ain't hiding from nobody. Anybody y'all talk about, come. Welcome to Karmic Dynasty. My information here. Contact me. I'll send you a link. You come on the panel. We can talk about it. In the meantime, I'm continuing to bust up them lies. Thank you, Cody, for my outro. In the meantime, I'm going to bust up the lies. And as I said last night, and I'm going to leave on this note, people want to come to Kalinago, inviting us to come together. Now, I don't know who the us is. I heard him. So he talking to me, he talking to you. My point is this. Kalinago and me in a room, coming together, we gonna need a third party, straight trinity around that bitch. Him, me, and somebody. We gonna need a mediator. We gonna need somebody to take and meet and bring it together in the middle. Should be a math teacher maybe, but in the meantime, I'm busting up the light. Busting up. I'm out. Honey, my drink. Damn it.